We have the red Angmar player Measure of X versus the blue Angmar player Indy Brandy on the left side. In the very first game, in the very first quarters of the invitational event. Double mill opening and double mill opening, of course. Angmar doesn't have too many options, so the only option you have is if you want to go for the second Hall of the Kingsman, or if you want to go for the Wolf Den instead. But I think in most cases, the infantry spam is more rewarding and less risky, because the Wolf Riders, if they run into Pikemen, they will die. But Gundabeds, they can't run into Pikemen, you know. Toasted and Ghosted, what's up, my friend? Welcome to the stream. Hello, Conrad. Welcome, my friend. So 4 mil opening for any brandy, like economical, greedy opening.
Moving.
And what is the typing actually? And it's gonna be like a fast barracks opening for Measure of X. I mean, if he can get away with it, his econ is gonna be great. Best of 3. So quarters are best of 3, semis is best of 5, and then the grand finals is gonna be best of 9. It's kind of iconic to hear the Rohirrim sound in the background when Ingmar is fighting against another Ingmar. Very fast 2 Hall of the Kingsman for Measure of X. It's gonna be a pikeman opening here to creep this Warclair, which might be risky because sometimes your Trollmaster is going nutty and running into this Warclair. But it is not this day. I mean, good thing for any brandy is he's gonna get away with this, you know, like the greedy opening with 4 meals, but there is no punishment. 3 meals so far for Measure of X, but he's gonna build to meal number 4 very, very soon. For now, he's spamming tier 1 units, which is nothing but we have not seen yet so far. Level 2, boom, get the money, get out. Orcs against orcs. Let's see if blue beats red.
No standing around.
So we have in total we have 8 players. And the players are Andy Brandy, Measure of X, Maru, Ave Have, Mr. Smok, Irby, Zirael, and King Mustafa. Those are the 8 players competing in this event. I was trying to contact Sauron too, but I think Sauron has not only problems in Redmond, but also he's from a different dimension, time zone wise. He's from Canada. So when it's like 5 p.m. for him, it's gonna be like 2 a.m. in the morning for me. So it's hard for me to get his games. And in addition to that, he also needs to work tomorrow. He's working Sundays. And I can't stand awake that late in Sunday evenings, you know? Beautiful commitment from Measure of X. But the Trollmaster? Uh-oh. He's tanky, dude. Attack the Trollmaster. That's gonna be close. Like 2 seconds. The middle has been destroyed, but the Trollmaster has been taken down. In the meantime, Measure of X is creeping more. So that's gonna be the second creep he will get for himself. Against 0 creep so far for any brandy. And no second Hall of the Kingsman. So basically, long story short, May will be able to outspam his opponent in this game number 1.
We have our orders. Move.
We have our orders. The Wolfpacks eating those pikemen.
We'll get them later.
And War Chant is going to be used from Measure of X first. Andy is holding his War Chant. He's choosing to disengage. It's not bad actually. You know, you don't need to fight. Looking for a trample, but Measure of X is microing well. The Wolfpack is gonna get in safety, and now we're gonna see a War Chant eventually from any brandy right in the middle of the map. And I think his army is stronger than this army. He's like more diversified army, so he has like basically Wolfpacks to counter the pikemen, his Wolf Riders to counter the front line, the Gundabad Orcs, they will get trampled, one-shotted, and also extroverts, dealing like this distance, you know, damage from a safe distance too. Also extroverts coming now from Measure of X. He's of course bringing more and more, you know, Trollmaster units, and there is no pressure on the economy yet. So they are kind of fighting against units. That's like a very uncommon thing in Rise of the Witch King, because normally you see people always going for the structure damage, but it is not this game, you know. Oh, beautiful trample. You can see he's still having the leadership, I mean the buff from the war chant. Measure of X lost it, but he's having a number advantage. And the number advantage will be able to win this. Multiple pikemen. You're saying go back. XD. Second of the Kingsman. No Wolf Den yet for Measure of X. Maybe Waldor could be a nice choice. If you spam this many Tramaster units, maybe Waldor can give you the advantage in those fights. It give you like the quality against quantity advantage. Oh, trample. Oh, beautiful trample. Before the transformation could actually finish into the pikeman, the Oryx from Measure of X took heavy damage. That's gonna be a big W for any Brandy. But in the meantime, May is creeping more and more, right? That's gonna be his third creep in this map. And Andy did get 0 creep so far. And that should also be visible in his command points. So Measure of X has 6 power points in total, 550 command points, and his opponent has only 4 power points. So the 2 power point advantage doesn't come because he was winning the fights, it comes from the creeping. All of the Kingsman number 3 is built up, so this spam is going to kick in. Nowadays, every faction is playing like the golden faction, you know? He's going for a push. The mill will be exposed very soon and will be eventually taken down. Measure of X trying to commit and clump against this mill, which he will be able to do. It looks like this mill is going to be taken down, but for which price? He will lose his entire army destroying a level 1 mill. Now it's up to you to decide if it's worth it or not. But also he will lose a mill. The army won't be there in time. And this counter push, look at the army from Indie Brandy dude. Like he has a huge army. You see what I'm talking about? Like he has 4 or 5 battalions of X-Rovers. The damage he has in this army is kind of crazy. The only thing he doesn't have are pikemen. So if May will transform any of these like 2 battalions or 3 battalions of the Stramaster into the Wolf Riders, this army will get smashed. But we shall see. No pikemen is a very greedy move. He's finally turning some of them into pikemen, that's good. Maybe Snow Trolls could be actually nice. Units we don't see very often nowadays. Or obviously Black Numenorians. But again, very expensive units. So far, 3 all of the Kingsmen, Wolf Den, against 3 all of the Kingsmen, Wolf Den. So people are spamming. Warchan available for both the players. Felwind is on cooldown for Measure of X. And Andy didn't go for the Felwind himself. He's saving for the 10 power point power spike, which is going to be, of course, the Orc Summon, right? This mill here is going to be protected. Beautiful trample just in the last possible second. But the Trollmaster, oh, the Trollmaster, the hero, was able to finish. They're actually kind of more resistant against the knockbacks of the trample. So, but they will die here. 8 power points, big army of Measure of X pushing forward. There comes the Warchant for the, counter. But there is Waldor who's going to make the difference, like what I was talking about that one. But the army of X-Rovers behind is dealing constant damage. I don't know if Measure of X can withstand this. Because he has too many pikemen, and pikemen are weak against everyone but the Wolf Riders. Yes, they will be able to protect the 2 X-Rovers Measure of X has. But that's all they can do. Waldor being placed in between the army to share experience, that's very smart from Measure of X. Maybe just ignore this army with your Wolf Riders and go for a, for pressuring the enemy mills. The fight is going to be won, but remember X-Rovers from Measure of X having double leadership with this ability. That's why they are so strong. 10 power points. Now he has the chance to summon his own Oryx from his power points. Oryx will lead you later on to the Giant Summon, which I believe is like the best choice for Ingmar. Because what are the other choices? Like you can go, of course, for the Blight or for the Freezing Rain. But I think it's better to just go for the Giants. It gives you like, at least, even if you can't destroy the fortress, you can destroy like multiple level 3 mills by the time, 725 against 675. Command points and power points are looking pretty much identical, even though Measure of X has a massive lead in the power points department. Remember, he was investing into the Felwind unlike any Brandy, but he was able to get almost 10 power points after that anyway, while Andy has only Warchant, Orc Summon and 2 power points. May is making always the mistake to invest into too many power points. Like he's choosing all the 5s and he's going for all the 10s, which will always delay his 25 or 15 power points. There comes the Orc Summon. Oh, that's a beautiful orc summon on top of the army behind the lines. The extra robots are getting smashed and he's surrounded. He can't get away from here, but he's gonna be able to summon his own Whites into the Blight. The Whites, they don't die to this pleb army, and whenever they hit, they get back to full HP. And the orc summon from Andy is moving on, but they will run right into the trample of the Wolf Riders from Mixture of X. So far, it looks like they're kind of having like a gentleman's agreement. Do not touch my buildings, I won't touch your buildings, and we just send straight up all the army to the middle of the map, and we just fight. Like, straight up fight. That's all we gotta do. Because the economy from both the players is pretty much remaining untouched since the beginning of the game. The Whites actually doing a good amount of damage, but the main damage source here is Voldor, who's gonna get almost level 5. That's gonna give him the chance to summon additional reinforcements. The Hillman, no transition into the level 2 yet. He actually has. Will be finally able to recruit the Black Numenorians. And Measure of X isn't doing this just yet. But he has the Voldor, who doesn't only give you leadership, but also he gives you pillage. Which means money, money, money every time you fight. And this game was all about fighting. So basically, this bridge endage, or whatever this is called, was actually quite beneficial for Measure of X so far. 700 command points against 755, so it couldn't be more similar. They are splitting the map in 2 pieces. The Whites, they have not much time left anymore. They have been doing nothing here, attacking the mill. Their time is over. This army is looking strong, but the Black Numenorians could make the difference. With the Deathmatch, they can, make you weaker, and they are also very tanky, like a very solid and strong front line. Here comes the War Chant. Remember, Measure of X can also use War Chant, and he's about to do this as well. Big War Chant is going to be used here after the reinforcement has been summoned. Voldor hitting level 5. Never mind, it was actually a Tram Master. He can now summon the reinforcement. That's going to be also his plan. The Black Numenorians once again are debuffing. There comes the Felvin from Andy Brandy this time, sucking in all the enemy army into one place, including Voldor. And you can see Black Numenorians are very tanky. Maybe that's the reason why Measure of X is not trying to focus them down, which he should though, because whenever they are close to you, you will lose armor and damage leadership. And that's gonna be a big W. You can see the Black Numenorians are being the difference maker. Level 1, still no, but he has so much money, Measure of X is like 2.5k almost. I'm pretty certain he is trying to save up for Rogash. Maybe Rogash can be the, difference maker. Or Karsh could be also nice. I think he's going for Karsh, because I'm pretty, he's cancelling Karsh. Now he has 3000 and going for Rogash. So Rogash is on his way. What's up, Wild Beam? LB. Balindu. Calvin from Measure of X this time. Rogash is here from Measure of X. And smash. And smash. Rogash, smash. We have our orders. And Morgomir here for Andy Brandy. But what can Morgomir do against Rogash, Like, I think Rogash has a crazy skilling with level 7, which is something we don't get to see very often. But I think if he gets to Rage of the North, he's gonna become one of the, if not the strongest swordmen in the game. Very similar to stats you get like the Bleed Master from Aragorn. But of course, unlike Aragorn, who gets it with level 2, Rogash has to be level 7. And he has also the Leap Attack, which you need to be level 5 to use, Maybe Rangers could be nice, Rangers could be amazing. May having more map control, as you can see. And he's saying he's having excuses. His phone is ringing. Oh, Rogash also coming from Andy Brandy. In the meantime, some small harassment going on. Level 2 mil is gonna be found. It's gonna hurt. This Rogash is level 3. Imagine you can use the Dominate Troll on the enemy Rogash. Can you guys imagine how crazy this would be? Smash. Smash. I want to see. Good. This leap, by the way, guys, okay, is the best animation in the game. Low-key, the best animation in the game. Like, it looks like he's stuck in the air for like several seconds. And it looks so smooth and so clean, the jump he's making, And remember, both of them have the Felwind. Felwind can suck them into one place, And Rogash deals splash damage with his sword too. And it looks like he's outrunning Boulder as well. Big war chant. Pikemen are still countering this. And Major Effects is retreating. There comes the Orc Summon for a second time. 10 power points for Major Effects, almost 10 power points for any Brandy. Remember, the White Summon can't lead you later on to the Giants, but it can lead you to the Blight. Blight, Felwind, and this weak tier 1 units, like the Extroverts and the Killman units, they will get blown up by the Blight. And it's gonna be a huge army of Seeds, you know? It's gonna be a huge army of Whites. And also Morgomir is a very good skilling hero. I mean, this hero is skilling way better compared to Waldor. He's gonna use the Snowbind to save this mill in the front, but you need to have an army to save this. In the meantime, this guy was controlling this troll, by the way. He used the Dominate Troll on the troll layer, and the troll will now kill his own home, which is, no, I don't like this, to be honest with you. The mid here is gonna be destroyed. Level 1 for Rogash, Troll of the North. The Black Manorians are getting focused hard by the Extroverts. It's an Extrovert army, but the Wolf Riders are gonna be the punishment. There comes the White Summon from Orc Summon. Beautiful punishment. White Summon into the Felwind. Rogash, even a thick troll, can be sucked in and can't resist the power. Oh boy, that's a Courage from Major Effects. He's gonna get Felwinded too. They are trying to make it out, but remember, as long as Courage is close to the army, including heroes, they will get slowed down by 33% movement speed. This game is gonna be a long one. Troll has been recruited. This is gonna be rebuilding itself slowly but surely over time. The level 2 mill is going to be destroyed. 975 command points for Major Effects and 850 for any Brandy. It's gonna drop down to 775 after losing this level 2 mill. But he has 15 power points, and you know what that's supposed to mean, okay? So now he has the chance to summon the Giants. And remember, the Snowbind from Major Effects is on cooldown. It means it can't be used to freeze a structure to protect it against the Giants. But in a dream world, you want to use your Giants in combination with a push. So you want to have like some protection around them, like ideally some pikemen. Unfortunately, you can't put pikemen from Angmar into porcupine formation, at least not the Master Pikeman, and any Brandy finding his transition into the Dark Rangers. Major Effects doesn't yet, but he's about to do it as well. It's gonna be a Ranger army, and remember, Longshot Felwind is still a thing in this game. I think Karch also going to be very strong. He was able to kill the troll. Morgomir level 4, that's good. The Morgul Blade can actually be used against Karch. And that's gonna stop him for a few seconds. Karch is not a tanky hero by all means. It's hard to recognize, you know, who's who. We have like in one screen, we have 2 Rogash. There comes the Blight on the Rangers, but there is no Felwind. You know, there is no Felwind. The Rangers are gonna get away. But the front line, like mentioned before, are very weak. Karch is actually stabbing into the back from Rogash, but Rogash can simply turn and fight you back. Who you think you are? I'm a troll of the north. Beware. You can see the slow is crazy. He's gonna freeze. And here's the Witch King. Major Effects is the Witch King of Angmar. On his legendary... That's legit the Shadow Effects, you know, because he's dark, he's black. How can Witch... He is not happy. And the Brandy is not happy about this game.